Bottled water is everywhere nowadays, but as competition ramps up, new innovations within the water world keep popping up, and one of the most popular and most controversial nowadays is alkaline water. So what is going on with the pH in our waters? Today's video is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. Head on over there if you want to support what we do on this channel and get access to exclusive Patreon-only content. Today, Americans drink bottled water more than any other packaged drink, but it does explain why there are just so many companies competing to sell you the best water possible, despite the fact that they're all pretty much exactly the same. As we have explained in our video all about bottled water, which you should definitely check out after you finish this one, bottled water has become the multi-billion-dollar industry that it is today through clever marketing and declining water systems around the globe. We're making this video in response to that one, because there is a whole new world of bottled water opening up, sadly, and we figured that we should kick the piss out of it. Not that there is piss in the water, but I mean, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. So up until recently, the hierarchy of bottled water was based on the packaging and how exotic your name was. Fiji, Evian, Voss, and of course Smart Water have become household names in the luxury water business, charging dollars per bottle for stuff that is free coming out of your tap at home. These waters are treated in various ways and use words like distilled, ionized, or they emphasize their purity with words like natural spring, and my new favorite one, tropical rainwater. But today the water category is promising more than just better than the tap. These days, we've got antioxidant infused water, electrolyte water, collagen water, and other enhanced functional waters that claim to revolutionize your health. But the most popular by far in this new category is alkaline water, with health benefit claims ranging from better hydration and improving bone health to immune system support and even preventing disease. But is there any substantial evidence to back up these claims? Well, that's what we tasked our writers with, and they were like, great, another bottled water video. I love my job. So that led us to the question, what is alkaline water? Now, the douchebag you see in Whole Foods with the heavyweight cotton t-shirt and designer sunglasses would tell you alkaline water is just water that is more alkaline than other waters, bro. Now, to elaborate on Maximilian's statement, all liquids have something called a pH balance, which measures how acidic or basic a liquid is. Most conventional waters like tap water and other bottled water brands should be in the range of a neutral pH balance of 7. Water can actually be more alkaline naturally if it already has minerals in it like calcium, potassium, magnesium, and bicarbonate in it. This happens in nature when the water comes from a rocky or mineral-rich area, so the water picks up some of those minerals as it flows along. Think of like creeks and springs and well water. Water can also be artificially alkalized by putting neutral water through a process called electrolysis, which puts the water through an ionizer and separates out all the acidic molecules. Most of the bottled alkaline water that you see on store shelves today goes through this artificial process. And in our research for this video, we learned that you can also make your own alkaline water. It's like the SodaStream, but for alkaline water. And if you're interested in SodaStream, we have another video on that as well. Now, apparently this is a whole world that I didn't even know existed. And the most famous one of them all is the Kangen water system. Apparently with this technology, you can just adjust the pH balance of your tap water to create waters which are more suitable for like different things like cleaning and drinking and bathing. This system is gonna cost you around $4,000 over a bunch of years, and it is a multi-level marketing business model, so there is that as well.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not even a scheme per se. It's
Apparently there are cheap DIY routes that you can take as well. You can make your water alkaline by adding a bit of baking soda to it, which doesn't sound like it would taste very good, but it is the budget-friendly option. But now let's be honest, the people who are buying alkaline water are not gonna buy a countertop appliance. They're gonna buy bottled water, and companies know this. Smart Water is probably the biggest name to enter the alkaline water scene after already establishing themselves as a premium water company. Technically, the company is named Smart Water, which makes them sound very French and fancy, and also conveniently distracts from the fact that they are owned by Coca-Cola. Now, if you don't know about Coca-Cola, they are in like the top 10 of the worst corporations ever, along with Nestle, who not surprisingly also has an alkaline water interest. Anyway, back in 2018, they launched their alkaline water with a 9.5 pH level and the addition of selenium, an antioxidant. They claim that it is designed to complement active high-performance lifestyles. And ever since then, they've been pushing this product pretty hard with a sizable media campaign featuring none other than Pete Davidson for some reason.
Like new Smart Water Alkaline with a higher pH so I can even elevate how I hydrate.
Okay, now I just need to say something real quick. If a brand or company is suddenly promoting something that you have never heard of or don't understand, and that thing promises really good stuff, if you buy it, your very first instinct should be skepticism. Like, I think if you're watching this channel long enough, you probably are starting to understand that. But if everybody is all of a sudden talking about probiotics or electrolytes or alkaline water, there is probably just a company inventing a buzzword to get you to buy something. And from my opinion, that is basically the only reason that alkaline water exists. There is money to be made off of the free water coming out of your tap. But of course, the reason why maybe you clicked on this video is because you want to know, is alkaline water better for you? Now, the wellness folks in the world of alkaline water say that it can prevent diseases, it can boost your energy, it's more hydrating, and it helps with digestion, and it can even help you get laid. Now imagine if like the editor just decided to edit out the part where I said just joking, and they just left it at that. My life is really in their hands. There is also this idea recently that the things that we consume, like citrus, dairy, food in general, alcohol, coffee, whatever, has really high acidity. So drinking alkaline water would help neutralize your body's pH levels. This is one of those detox to retox kind of situations where you slam a green juice after a huge night of getting wasted to curb your hangover, which I can confirm does not work. Anyways, let's not beat around the bush here. It took us all of 3 minutes of research to find out that most of the studies call bullshit on the whole alkaline water thing. The official conclusion is that there's not enough research to validate any of these benefits. So, to be determined, I guess. One thing that I really think does need to be mentioned here is that there is a difference between naturally alkalized water and artificially alkalized water. Hell. When you Google the difference between the two, you'll find tons of articles claiming that natural stuff is way more amazing for you than the artificial stuff. But of course, all of these articles happen to be written by companies that sell the natural alkalized water. So, however, there may be some truth to the fact that naturally alkalized water is more bioavailable than artificially alkalized water. So it could help you absorb those healthy minerals. It's honestly hard to find, completely unbiased research on this subject, and most of the alkaline water on store shelves is the artificial stuff anyway, but it makes sense to me. If you're finding it in the dirt, out in the wilderness or whatever, I would put more money on that being good for me than stuff that was heavily processed in a factory somewhere in the Midwest. The main reason why experts call BS on alkaline water is actually that the body itself is really good at regulating your blood pH balance. Most people naturally maintain a pH balance of 7.4, which is slightly alkaline. If that balance gets off in either direction, the body has mechanisms that can rebalance it naturally. Now, I know this might sound a little too high school biology for this channel, but stick with me here because it's pretty cool. Essentially, our cells produce carbon dioxide, which passes to the lungs through blood. As carbon dioxide accumulates, blood pH goes down and becomes more acidic. So this means that you can literally adjust your body's pH balance with simple breathing exercises. Breathing slowly and deeply through your diaphragm can naturally alkalize your body because you're increasing the amount of oxygen that you have inside you. Now, the kidneys also play a vital role in balancing your blood pH too. If things get a little too acidic, kidneys secrete H+ ions to balance it out. On the flip side, if things get too alkaline, the kidneys retain their H+ ions and secrete HCO3 ions instead. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not really sure what I just said, but the bottom line is, your body is amazing and great at maintaining your pH balance already without fancy alkaline water. Now, in an effort to balance things out and not appear completely one-sided here, we have to mention that there have been a few studies that prove that some benefits of drinking alkaline water exist. However, these studies have been extremely limited, and a bunch of them are done in petri dishes or on rats. We just simply haven't seen any trials that are substantial enough to really confirm that alkaline water is all that it claims to be. But maybe in time, the haters like myself will be proven wrong. And at that point, we will make an apology video to the alkaline water community. But where does this leave you, the lovely, health-conscious, extremely hydrated, future-proof subscriber that you are? Drink your fucking tap water, people. Unless you live in a place where your tap water is genuinely dangerous, which is sadly a possibility for probably a bunch of you, even though drinking water is like, a basic human right or whatever, and fewer people have access to it, even though massive corporations still do, which is, believe me, a whole thing that we get into in our other bottled water videos, so you should go and watch that probably. But you should keep caring, because you giving a shit about your water might be the only positive side of this whole alkaline water story. The nutrients that we need to be healthy on a day-to-day basis are under attack. From overly treated water to degraded soils that we grow our food in, to the crazy ass chemicals that we seem to just keep putting into everything in the natural world, messing everything up. Being intentional about what sorts of things go into our body, water in particular, is a very natural response. So maybe a water filter video is in order, or maybe we should just drink Gatorade instead, I don't know. But either way, I hope that you are hydrated, slightly more informed, and not too depressed. And if all of those things are true, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next week for another episode.